I want to work on some Western landscaping, and I picked Monument Valley. These are called buttes. Butte is basically an isolated hill with steep sides. And in Monument Valley, this is with this sort of like this finger here. These are considered one of the mittens. There's an east and west sort of version of this. But what I like to do, I'm going to show you how to combine sort of these sort of images, the best of both worlds. So I really like this drawing, okay? And I really like this color and this sky. So what I did, I went ahead and just drew this, did this drawing here. Okay, did this work. And then I want to put that sky in. So what I'm going to work on first is the sky. I'm going to put my paper upside down, okay? And I'm going to get this really nice, bright sky here. I'm going to make and the clouds are sort of like this opening. Actually, what's happening is this is the sky through this dark area here. So I thought these were clouds, but actually this is just sort of the blue coming through. So this is dark, and these are the blue sky and some clouds coming through. So we're gonna do that. Do this upside down. So we'll be looking at our scrap like this. Okay. So, and this is gonna be a really wet palette. So I just put some water down. Like you can see my drawing here. I used a blue pencil. Nice and wet. Okay, and we're going to start with very light blue in our palette. I think I'll pick it up just a little bit here. So we can use this light blue. Move it just a little bit. Like we're going to go back. We're going to do a couple of these back and forth kinds of scenarios. Okay, and get a little darker. Start out about here, I think. You have a little bit of white come through, a little bit of darker here. Okay. And ultimately we're going to have this up here. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this blue down. I'm going to let this dry. And come back with another layer of blue on top of this, because this is the color I want the cloud, the back of the sky to be. It's going to be this blue here. Okay. You notice I'm not using a lot of brush work on this. I'm letting just the wet water. Keep it nice and that was a nice. I like that little white area. Let me go back and get that. Yeah, that kind of makes a cloud. here. Because I'm going to get this really dark at the top. Okay, there we go. I think that'll work. I think that'll work like that. And I'm going to put a little bit of dark, just a little bit on the top. A little purple maybe in there just to kind of mix it up just a little bit. Kind of fun how that purple and the blue mix together. Okay. I think I'm going to keep this really dark over here, so I'm just going to wet that out. There we go. There, I'm going to let that sit. I think that's going to be my first layer. See if I can get a little more blue down here. Just a little more blue. There we go. Some details in here. Get that blue to come back out this way just a little bit. There we go. There, I kind of tilt it up like that. Sort of tilt it up just a little bit, like that, so it sort of dries down like that. And we're gonna let that dry. What happens here?